Hi, I'm Kanitsu, and you're here for discussion and analysis of Yummy Yummy no Mi, Blackbeard's devil fruit. In this video, we'll cover the appearance of the fruit, its type, weaknesses, strengths, abilities, and also possible counters. Let's start from appearance of the fruit. It's purple, it has swirl patterns, it looks like a pineapple or maybe grapes. Purple symbolizes royalty in Japan and many other countries, maybe because it was too expensive of a color to wear for normal folk, and only royalty, rich people could afford it. And in Japanese patterns, clouds are usually swirl-like, and clouds represent elegance and high status. I found it interesting that the color and the pattern itself, they have somehow a similar meaning. So maybe the appearance of the fruit tells us that it is a high-grade devil fruit. It is described as one of the strongest devil fruits. Also purple or violet as a color of mystery, and this devil fruit is definitely mysterious. This brings us to type. It's a darkness devil fruit, like dark fruit, Yummy Yummy no Mi, because yummy means darkness in Japanese. It allows user to create and manipulate darkness. It is a bit different from other logias though, because user cannot become intangible. We could call it special logia, like we have special parameter. Maybe it is a special logia. But the qualities of this dark matter, they greatly resemble the qualities of a black hole. Blackbeard even has an attack named Black Hole. It is gravitational, it reflects no light, and it absorbs any other matters, even light itself. An argument can be made that Blackbeard cannot become darkness himself because you can't really become nothing. Still, his darkness is depicted as this tangible dark matter. He can actually control it, and people who were sucked in this darkness, they came back alive, wounded but alive. If the darkness actually nothing, then they should have disappeared completely. This is why we can speculate that Blackbeard actually can turn into darkness, but he is unable to do so because some particular conditions need to be met, like there's too much light around him and he needs to be in total darkness to become darkness himself. Remember that time he stole Whitebeard's fruit? He was covered with a black cloth. Maybe he needs total darkness to become darkness himself, and he became darkness in that instance, and he absorbed Whitebeard's fruit into himself. Let's go back to qualities of black holes and apply them to Yummy Yummy no Mi. After a black hole is formed, it continues to grow, absorbing other masses from its surroundings. A black hole can actually merge with another black hole, so Blackbeard potentially could absorb other masses into himself if he could become darkness himself. He could also make a bigger black hole by creating and combining two black holes. Going from this, let's discuss strengths and weaknesses of Yummy Yummy no Mi. He can absorb devil fruit powers, he can absorb attacks with his darkness, he can deform objects and living objects due to gravity inside his darkness. His darkness is gravitational. Weaknesses? He has to touch a person directly, presumably only with his left hand, to suck in devil fruit powers. He has low pain tolerance, and he can't become intangible. Also, the gravitational qualities should be limited as well. Again, we compare Yummy Yummy's darkness to black holes. Far away, the gravitational field is identical to a field of any other body with the same mass. Black hole sucks in everything only when said everything is near the event horizon. Then nothing, not even light, can escape from this event horizon. So it seems logical to assume that Blackbeard's gravitational powers also have their limits. Now on to abilities. We have 3 abilities named in canon. First is Black Hole. Blackbeard spreads darkness, covering everything and everyone in its vicinity, and sucks everything and everyone in and crushes them with the power of gravity. Next is Liberation. After using Black Hole, Blackbeard releases everything that was sucked in. Last is Kurouzu, or Dark Water, or Black Spiral. It's that famous attack when he extends his left hand to grab the opponent and pull him to himself. He uses it to suck the powers of his opponent, but actually it could potentially backfire, like it did with Whitebeard, I guess. If the opponent is strong enough and he doesn't rely only on his devil fruit powers, he will strike Blackbeard using this close distance. And we know that strong physical attacks are a weakness of Blackbeard. This is the canon abilities from the manga, but we also have a few abilities from games in One Piece. Dark Matter, he creates a ball of darkness and throws it into his opponent. And Dark World, he covers the area completely in darkness, blocking the vision of his opponent or opponents. Going from this, we could discuss his potential abilities, but let's start from this Black World. What is actually this world of darkness that exists into the black hole he sucks everything in? The darkness doesn't suck without return. Things, they come back, and people are alive, houses, they are distorted, but they are still here, they still do exist. Like there was some place where they were stored in. In Japanese culture, there's a place called Yomi-no-Kuni. It's a world of darkness. It's like a world of the dead. Not hell, neither heavens. It's kind of neutral. Darkness is widely associated with death. Actually, if One Piece was more like Game of Thrones, people, they wouldn't come out alive from this black hole. But Blackbeard could potentially control this world of darkness and his gravitational powers to store some objects or maybe even living people and use them later. He could also produce a rotating black hole, because we know there are black holes that have that angular momentum. It could rotate and move, maybe chasing the opponent and looking very cool. And if Blackbeard awakened his Yami Yami no Mi, we could see a real world of darkness. He would cover everything in darkness, and it wouldn't go away in a few minutes, hours even. It would stay here for months, like in the instance with Punk Hazard. Also, if he can actually make a ball of darkness, he could make maybe a dark rope of darkness or some other forms. I think the possibilities with this fruit are actually endless. But what about potential counters? First thing that comes to mind is that not devil fruit uses would be a nice counter to Blackbeard, because he relies heavily on his absorbent techniques. But actually he has some other attacks too, and he can use them well, so we shouldn't disregard that. I guess if light gets easily absorbed, it can't actually be a counter. Blackbeard could be sniped from far away. Do you remember he can become intangible? And I think his type of combat is more like of a close combat. So Blackbeard soap, anyone? But obviously Luffy is going to be the one who will fight Blackbeard, so I'm more interested in counters Luffy can provide to this Yami Yami no Mi. Usually Luffy exploits weaknesses of his opponents. It seems that Blackbeard has to touch the person he wants to suck the power from, but if the said person touches Blackbeard, it's okay, the powers stay with them. So Luffy could beat Blackbeard with his attacks, but he should avoid being caught. Could he avoid being sucked in the black hole due to his rubber qualities? Well, maybe not, but maybe he won't be crushed as severely. He also has to exploit Blackbeard's low pain tolerance and inability to become intangible. My guess is that the mastery of Haki will play a huge role in this battle. Observation and advanced armament will help Luffy deal blows and defend himself also. Also, in a sense, I think it would be similar to Luffy's fight with Katakuri. It won't be about strengths, it will be a battle of ideals. What do you think about Yami Yami no Mi powers? What potential abilities and counters can you think of? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you watched this fight, means you liked the video, so consider subscribing for more future content. See ya!